This video was created to show you how to locate journal articles online at Broward College Library. In this video, we will review the following: how to access the Broward College Library through D2L, what is a database, selecting and using databases, evaluating and selecting journal articles for your research topic, troubleshooting issues you may have with signing in to get access to library resources, and how to schedule a research appointment for further research assistance. Some of you may already be familiar with locating journal articles online. Each segment of this presentation will have a title slide that indicates what subject we are covering. Feel free to fast forward ahead to the portion of the presentation that is most relevant to your research needs. You will still be encouraged to review the entire presentation, since this can be a refresher on how to utilize library resources remotely. Let's get started. Accessing library resources in D2L. To access the library in D2L, you will first need to log in to D2L. From the Broward College One login portal, you simply select D2L. Once you have your D2L homepage pulled up, you will then need to select your course. Please note that all courses have the same access to library resources within D2L, so these steps will work no matter which course you have selected. From the course page, go to the Resources tab at the top of the page here. Once you have the Resources tab pulled open, you're going to select Library Resources. Your browser will either open up another page or another tab at this point. This page is broken up into 5 main headings. The section that we'll be focusing on today is titled Finding Sources. You can see that there are several options for finding sources. Since your assignment requires journal articles, today we'll be utilizing the section that is titled Database by Subject. Before we move on, let's recap. To access the library, you must do the following: log into D2L, select your course, select the Resources tab, and then select Library Resources. From there, you're going to use the Finding Sources section, and we're going to be focusing on Database by Subject. This course requires you to utilize research found in journal articles. Most of the journal articles you will use for research can be found by searching within a database. Databases allow you to find accurate, objective, and authoritative information that is typically not freely available on internet search engines such as Google. Databases store thousands of credible sources such as articles, books, primary sources, images, statistics, and videos, to name a few. Some databases will provide sources on a variety of topics, while others will focus on providing you sources on specific topics. The sources you find in databases were selected because they met the following criteria. They were accurate, meaning they were examined by experts in the field, and the information can be verified in other sources. They are authoritative, meaning they were written or published by an industry professional with credentials and qualifications, so they're from a reputable source. And they are objective, meaning the information is factual, not opinionated. The purpose is not to sell or persuade you on a particular subject. Let's take a look at this process in order to understand how the articles you use in papers end up in a database. Industry professionals perform research and communicate that research in the form of a journal article. This article is submitted to a journal for review and publication. For the purposes of this video, journal articles can be understood as chapters or sections within a journal publication. Journals are industry publications that people use to stay up to date on the most recent research in their field. Databases are useful for accessing these journals and the articles that they publish. The major benefits to using a database are as follows. The sources are credible. There are many types of databases that range from general to more specific subjects. And even though searching in a database will give you a lot of search results, you have some control over your search results by using keywords, subject searching, and other filters that we'll be reviewing today. Selecting and using databases. This section will go over search terms, choosing a database, search strategies, and refining your search results. When you begin your research, one of the first things you need to decide is your research topic or subject. You are not expected to be an expert on your topic at this phase. You simply need to identify what the topic is and single out some potential subject areas that will have information on your topic. One useful task to complete before you start researching is to come up with a list of terms, keywords, and phrases that are relevant to your topic. This is a list of search terms. These search terms will come in handy when you are trying to decide what to enter into the database search in order to find articles that are relevant to your topic. Having more than one means that you can combine them in various ways to yield different results. This is an example of a search terms list that was created for the topic of phonological awareness. This list is a handful of words, keywords, phrases, and subjects that are related to phonological awareness. You can create a list like this by using your textbook to find keywords or using an online encyclopedia to see what general information is published on your topic. As you continue your research, your search terms list will evolve. You will add, edit, and remove items from this list as you become more clear on what research areas are relevant to your topic. Choosing a database. Now that you have a list of relevant search terms to use, we can select an appropriate database for our topic. To get to the database, you will simply need to go back to your D2L Library Resources page featured here and select the link that is titled Database by Subject. As you can see from the results list, Broward College subscribes to over 200 different database subject areas. To the right of the page, you will see a list of our most popular databases. And at the center of the page, you will see a list of the different subject areas that our databases will cover. For a complete list of our entire database listing, simply scroll down and you will see them listed in alphabetical order. Based on the list of search terms you came up with, you should decide which database subjects are related to your search terms. Some of you may find that there are multiple database subjects that align with your topic, while other topics may just have one database subject that is relevant to the topic. For the purposes of this demonstration, based on our search terms, an education database may be the most appropriate option to use. Once you select the education subject link, you will see a list of databases that cover the topic of education. There are 36 in total. Some of these databases are highlighted at the top of the page as best bets. This is because they are popular choices. We will use ERIC as our database example today. ERIC is an acronym that stands for Education Resources Information Center. The word EBSCO that you see in parentheses just indicates the name of the database vendor that helps to provide us with online access to ERIC. Let's go ahead and select this database. As you can see, there's a comprehensive search box at the center of the page. We're going to start out by simply typing in our main subject, phonological awareness. As you can see, there are 1,970 available sources on the subject of phonological awareness. The reason we are getting so many types of results is because we are currently performing a keyword search, or what is known as a basic search. When you use the search box on the home page of most databases, it defaults to a keyword search. In keyword searching, the database is searching the words phonological and awareness in multiple places. The database will check the title, description, and full text of its sources to see if those words appear in any of them. The database will then display any sources that contain those words, which means that most of the sources that will appear on this screen will be relevant to phonological awareness. However, you may still encounter some sources that are not as relevant to your topic as others. There are ways that we can filter and refine our search to make the results more relevant to our research. This is how databases allow you to control your searching. Most databases will have an option to the left, like ERIC, at the top of the screen, or to the right. The Refine Results option in ERIC is to the left of the page here. You can see that there are many useful items on this list if we scroll down. The first one that we will look at is the source type right here. This assignment requires journal articles, so we should check the box that says journal articles or academic journals. This will ensure that only those sources that are journal articles will show up in our search results. As you can see, the number of articles did not change very significantly because the majority of them were already journal articles. The next section that we're going to focus on is titled Subject Area over here to the left. When you select this option, it drops down a list. From this list, you can scroll down a little more and go to the option that says Show More. This will expand a full list of the various subject areas that interact with the topic of phonological awareness. Since our assignment requires us to research phonological awareness as it relates to the reading process, there are a couple of different subject areas that I would select. First, I would select phonological awareness. Then, I would probably select reading difficulties. Other ones that I can select would include reading skills. Once we select Update, we can then see how many search results we receive. Now we are down to 1,574. This is still a significant number of sources to review, so our next step is to refine our results a little bit more. One way you can do so is to apply a date range to our search results. The date range appears over here to the left. As you can see, the publications that are being featured are from 1985 to 2020. If we want the most up-to-date information, I would suggest that we stick within the last 5 years. So I'm going to change this to 2015 and then hit enter. Now we have roughly 500 articles remaining. You can go further and specify to the database that you only want peer-reviewed articles. If we scroll down to the left, you can see it's a checkbox right here. Peer-reviewed articles are evaluated by other professionals in the subject area for accuracy, objectivity, and authority. Let's go ahead and click that. As you can see from our updated results, most of the articles in our original search were already peer-reviewed. One last search technique that we can use is the Advanced Search feature right here at the top of the page. Advanced Search allows you to combine more than one search term in order to get results that are more relevant to your topic. This goes back to our original search terms list. You can use the search terms to combine various keywords and subject until you can find articles that are relevant to your topic. For example, let's combine the keywords of phonological awareness and reading development. This combination has 246 sources, while our original search had over 1,000 sources. This is a great way to help yourself out with the research process by narrowing down the number of results that you're going to be seeing. As you can see, our refined results limiters over here to the left have reset. So we are back to having to go back in and enter those up-to-date date ranges of 2015. And now we're down to 67. This is a reasonable number considering that originally we started with over 1,000. I would suggest that you stop here. However, if you were in a situation where you had a lot of articles remaining to be viewed, you can go back through, scroll down, and make sure that you use the subject area limiters that we used earlier to help yourself by narrowing down the subjects that are being displayed on your search results here. Let's do a quick recap. When it comes to search strategies and finding and refining your results, you want to make sure that with your keywords, you're combining more than one and using an advanced search. Another way that you can help refine your results is by the source type, the subject area, making sure that the articles you review are peer-reviewed, and also by limiting the date to the last 5 years. These are just a handful of search strategies that you can utilize to help narrow down and zoom in on the type of results that are most relevant to your topic. Selecting journal articles. When it comes to research, we are looking for quality, not quantity. The quality of the article can be determined by how useful and relevant the information will be for our research topic. Let's look at one of the articles in our search results list. I'm going to choose at random the third one here. The first thing you will need to do is read the title to assess the subject matter of the article. Then, once you have read the title and determined that the subject matter is relevant, you want to scroll down into the details and read the section that is titled Abstract. The abstract is a short, brief summary of what the article is about. If you can find useful information from the abstract, then there's a high probability that the information in this article will be useful to your research. Most database articles will provide you with an abstract. Lastly, you want to review the publication information that is available up here. This will include the date of publication listed right here. It will also include the source type, which is the journal title, and any keywords and other descriptors that will help provide you with more context on what the article's topic is about. Also, the keywords and descriptors can be useful when updating your search terms list, so pay attention to these. If you have determined that the article will likely provide you with useful information, use the links at the top left of the page to access the full text of the article. You will see one of 4 different full text options to access the article. This article has 2 of the 4 options, PDF full text and HTML full text. The other 2 options are listed here on this slide. You will also see Full Text Finder, which appears here, or sometimes if you don't have any of these 3 options, you may see an option that is listed as Availability in the publication information, and from there you can always use the link to get access to the article. To access the article, we're going to click on the PDF full text. When you access an article, you want to make sure that you look at the headings for each section so that you can identify potential sections to target your reading. So for example, as I'm scrolling through, I am going to go ahead and make note of any bolded headings or italicized headings that I see here. One of them is here. As I keep scrolling, I can see this one is titled This Study. This section is titled Questions and Hypotheses. They also have a methods section, a materials section, and so forth. What you want to do is make sure that you're reading over these sections to identify any of the sections that might be most useful, and so that way you can target your reading to the sections that are going to be relevant to your particular research question. Once you have identified an article that is useful in your research, be sure to save your article to use later on. To do so, we're going to go back to our home screen here. And as you can see, there is a tools box over here to the right of the screen. You have 3 options when it comes to saving your articles, and they're all located on the tools bar right over here. You can either email yourself a copy of this article right here, you can save the article on Google Drive, or you can simply go ahead and download a copy of the article directly to your computer. The most useful option is going to be email, because it allows you to also send yourself a copy of the citation alongside a copy of the article. To do so, you're simply going to select email. You're going to put in your preferred email address. You're also going to make sure that in the subject area, you list a subject that is relevant to your topic to help you remember why you selected this article. And most importantly, you're going to come over to the right where it says citation format. Select that radio dial there and make sure you change the citation to the appropriate one. For this course, it will be APA, American Psychological Association citation style. Once we select all of those options, you're going to go ahead and hit send. This will send you an email that has a copy of the article as well as a copy of the citation. When you send yourself an article from the database, you will receive an email that looks like this. As you can see, there is a PDF attachment right here that you can access later on, and where it says references further down, you can see that there is an APA citation reference for you to copy and use for later. If there is a PDF version of the article available like there is today, and you choose to save your article to Google Drive or to save it directly to your computer, then be sure to get the citation before you leave the article. There's a button right below where it says Save that also says Cite. I'm going to click on that button there, and I'm going to move my mouse down until I get to the APA citation section. This citation will be important to copy over and paste into a Word document and save because you will need it for later use. So please be certain that before you download and save an article, also find some place to save the citation. Sign-in and authentication issues. If you are prompted to sign in order to view an article, the screen will look a lot like this. Make sure that you have selected Broward College as your college, and for your username or borrower ID, you're going to use your student ID number. For the PIN and password, you're going to use the month and the day of your birth. Please do not include the year. Student research appointments. If you would like to receive one-on-one help for research, please schedule a research appointment with a librarian. Research appointments can be accessed from the Library Resources page on D2L, or you can go directly to broward.edu/library to schedule your next research appointment. To schedule a research appointment from D2L, you're going to go to the Library Resources page here. You're going to scroll down to the section that is titled Ask a Librarian. From there, you simply click on the link that says Research Appointments. This will open up a new window. Once you have the Research Appointments window open, you can select any available librarian to see their time as well as which day they are available. All you will need to do is select your preferred librarian, click on the date, and select a time. This is simply a short form that you will fill out with your name, email, student ID number, and phone number to contact you. At the moment, we're providing online research appointments, so you would simply click the link that says online, or if you prefer, by phone. You will enter your research subject here, and feel free to upload copies of any documents that will help with the research appointment. You click Confirm Appointment, and you will receive a link to join an online meeting, or if it's by phone, you will receive a phone number to contact your librarian. Thank you for watching this screencast. Be sure to check out the additional screencast which demonstrates APA citation style and how to set up your APA student research paper.